Kate Bush's 1985 track, Running Up That Hill, A Deal with God, has long been considered one of the most iconic songs of the era. But beneath its layered synths and haunting vocals lies a message that has often gone unnoticed. The song is not just a dramatic plea for understanding in a relationship. It is a coded statement about identity, gender roles, and the impossibility of true empathy between people. The track's original title was simply A Deal with God. But the label, worried about radio censorship and commercial backlash, forced Bush to rename it. Still, the song's core idea remained unchanged, and it reveals more with each listen. At first glance, Running Up That Hill is a love song. Its lyrics appear to revolve around a person desperate to switch places with their partner to end conflict and pain. But the recurring phrase, "If I only could, I'd make a deal with God, and I'd get him to swap our places," points to something more radical. Bush wasn't merely talking about an argument between lovers. She was writing about the larger impossibility of ever truly understanding someone else's experience. Specifically, she was referencing the divide between male and female perspectives. Bush has confirmed in interviews that the song is about a man and a woman who are in a relationship and can't understand each other. The woman wishes she could physically become the man, swap bodies, just for a moment. In that sense, the track isn't just emotional, it's philosophical. It challenges the very idea of communication and mutual understanding. The Deal with God is a metaphor for the human desire to bridge unbridgeable gaps, to know what the other person feels without distortion. The use of religious imagery adds weight. Making a deal with God is not just an exaggeration. It implies that the task is so impossible, so unnatural, that only divine intervention could make it happen. But even with this hypothetical divine exchange, the song suggests that empathy may still fall short. The effort of running up that hill becomes the symbol of constant emotional labor, trying and often failing to connect. Another layer of the song's meaning lies in its production. The music builds with a relentless, pulsing rhythm. The synthesizers never rest, mirroring the struggle the lyrics describe. There's no traditional verse-chorus structure, and the song loops in on itself, emphasizing the endless cycle of misunderstanding. Bush's vocal delivery moves between detached phrasing and sudden intensity. This reinforces the dissonance between the speaker's desire for connection and the reality of their isolation. The timing of the song's release is also important. In the mid-1980s, mainstream pop was dominated by stylized imagery and love songs that rarely questioned deeper emotional mechanics. Running Up That Hill defied this trend. It presented vulnerability not as weakness, but as the central conflict of human connection. The hidden message, then, was not just in the lyrics, but in the subversion of what a hit song could discuss and how it could sound. Even more striking is the way the song has resurfaced in recent years. When it was prominently featured in the Netflix series Stranger Things, a new generation was exposed to its power. But the renewed attention focused mostly on the sound, the mood, the nostalgia. What many still overlooked was the track's original intention, a confrontation with the limits of empathy. Few pop songs frame emotional misunderstanding as an existential condition. Bush did it in under 5 minutes with minimal instrumentation and no need for exposition. The hidden message in Running Up That Hill isn't buried in metaphors. It's embedded in the structure, tone, and premise. It says something uncomfortable, that even in love, even with effort, even with a deal with God, you may never fully inhabit the mind of the person next to you. It is a quiet admission of emotional distance, one that most pop songs are unwilling to face. This depth is what has made the track last far beyond its original chart life. It's not just a sonic experience, it's a coded reflection on the impossibility of complete connection. And that is the message most listeners never fully noticed.